This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he's got some space here. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
4 yards. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now Allen completes it to Davis, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So second and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. Didn't march to the end zone the last time out.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. And he's going to go down again. Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. The kick by Bass is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Handoff up the middle. Hunt And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Cut 19!
2nd and 1. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down. They'll go option to the short side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. Throwing now is Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Caught out right by Renfro. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 7.
Red! 19 tight! 19 tight! Hey! Hey! Check that! Check that!
Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Get the Pirates! Get the Pirates!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Here we go!
After the sack, it's second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll look to throw here. Renfro bringing it in over the middle.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. There he goes, right side. He's at the 40. 20, 10, 5, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. They pitch it out to Hunt, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Swings it. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. It's a room to maneuver.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37.
3/4 in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
17. Raiders nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Allen. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Ready, set.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the 4th quarter.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. Open man, that's Renfro. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good. Las Vegas. 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Back to Renfro again, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Back to throw again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 27, Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Allen now looks to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20 to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. On play action, Allen. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. On the return, here's Agnew. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, first and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. He'll look downfield for Waller. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They'll try the middle with Cook. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
72 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now receiver in motion left. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2. That's caught, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Looking to throw. He hits Adams complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Davante Adams with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't work. And now off to the races down the right side. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there out of Cook. And even 50 yards on the ground. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Is actually going to throw it here. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Second down, here's an option right. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
What a finish in this one.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, 'cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP.